all go all watch season 11, between the Warriors and the Avengers. The Avengers were opening of and Govin Lotlikar, as usual, with the ball in his hand, trying to see if there is some bit of movement, lateral movement with the new ball. Warriors winning the toss, opting to field first. We had discussed this about the point of winning the toss and opting to field first, especially at this point of time when we are playing a floodlight match. Starts at 7. The first innings is expected to end at 8:30, and you see the conditions also changed in Goa, atmospheric conditions. When we talk about the dew factor, the cold weather which was started almost a week back, clipped away straight in the hands. My gosh, straight in the hands. He didn't have to move an inch, and he spilled it. He spilled it. It was a sitter. I was looking at that boundary. Maybe it was the left and right hand side. It was timed really well, no doubt about that. But I think this should have been taken. He was positioned well by the bowler as well as the captain. This time up and over. Oh, cracked off the back foot over the long off region. Well, this is too short here for someone like Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi. He's very strong on the back foot, and that shows how quickly he transferred his weight and just cracked it over the long off region. The first boundary for the Avengers team. This is adding insult to the injury for the bowler. The catch dropped the previous ball and a boundary the very next. What do you do next? Try and bowl back off length. He once again trying to play towards the long on region. Just try to play me a short, maybe short arm jab pull shot. Just getting a single down the ground. The field changes a little bit here. For Sagar Shade, there is a protection in the deep extra cover, and the man at long on comes inside. Too wide. Too wide. They're bowled with a similar sort of field. A man in the slips, a man in the short third man region, a man in the point region coming in towards the ball to take the catches if it is slightly up. Good piece of field set for Govin Lotlikar. Once again, straight to the fielder. Once again, there is a mishap. Just getting a single there. The chance gone down and a boundary as well. End of over number 1 is 8 without loss, MCC Avengers. some stoppage, maybe because of the towel there, or is it a sign of dew coming in so early that you have to wipe the ball? Surprising for me at 7 o'clock. I expected it maybe at somewhere around 8:30. It's going to be predominant in the second innings, and once again, the Suraghavir Kukalkar, the president of MCC and also the CEO and the owner of this team, the Warriors. What a performer he had been, picking up wicket in the middle overs, 3 wickets in the previous game, and there was hardly any lateral movement, but he kept persisting with his length. Yeah, you can see that the ball keeping slightly low, trying to play that pull shot towards the square can be risky. He slipped over there. Maybe he's not wearing the spikes. That might be uh, my thought here. I will definitely ask him later on. Simply, you got to be careful when you're early on into his innings for someone's against Raghuveer Kukulkar. If you know about him, he just peppers with that same line and length. Nicely worked, and it didn't stopped. I think he has saved a boundary. He might have dropped catch earlier on. Sagar Sheth turning around. No was the call from Dr. Vicky Nevgi, and he was sent back. But 3 runs certainly saved because it was well timed. He put his body behind, done the basic right there. Nicely played. Just got a maybe just came onto the forward defensive mode because that was a good length. And this is exactly what I was talking about Raghuveer Kukulkar. He has the patience. Sometimes he goes impatience if you drop the catches, especially, and that's time over the top. Over the top, just needed to get enough bat and gets it over the point region. Full toss ball and taken advantage of. To finish over number 2, it's 13 without loss, Avengers. So back after a short stoppage of play, maybe some one needed to wear the spikes on, wondering for the stoppage. A bowler looking for a change in the shoes there, getting the spike shoes on because maybe slipping over there with his footings. Nicely worked on the leg side. Worked for a single. Never intended to play it hard. And it's going Lotlikar. The captain continues with his bowling into his second over. Oh, that's very well bowled here. That's exactly has technical problems with Sagar shape. He just try to come onto the front foot and from the standing position, he just want to close the face of the bat and walk on the leg side wicket if there is some assistance, and especially with the new ball, you got to be very careful with that. That's a big appeal, but umpire just wanders off from his position, and it got some excitement behind the wicket and also from the bowler. Maybe thinking that it was much closer. Umpire absolutely not interested in that appeal. The ball came back in sharply, and a long way to go because he was playing on the front foot, and this is played crack of the front foot and belted over the top. What a shot here from Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi. Slightly fuller, he was ready onto it and he pounced onto it in a big way. A marvelous shot. There you can see on one knees and straight over the top. Normally you see shots being played over the mid long on or the mid wicket or the square leg regions, but he went downtown at long off. He looks to be in good touch. He looks to be in good form and is looking to be the attacker here. We got to take advantage in the power play overs. We have seen the results in this MCL season 11 so far. With an average total of 160, you are never in the game. You got to be getting little more than that. 3 overs done here. MCC Avengers going at 22 without loss against the Warriors. That's nicely played on the leg side. Good timing, good piece of timing there, and found the placement. A leg glance over the square leg, long leg region for a boundary. That's exactly what he tries to do. Get his front foot across and try to work on the leg side. This time he gets it correct. Kapil Angle has been asked to go at the batters here. Maybe now you can see now he's bowling medium pacers. He can also bowl good off spinners, but they are bowling according to the conditions. If it is conducive here, ball is new. That is definitely it's a foggy environment here, and it's definitely going to assist the medium pacers rather than the spinners. So big appeal, big appeal. Is it struck outside? That's the question. Well, pitched in line, but hit him line or not is going to be the question here. We got to have a look here. Big shout from Kapil Angle. There he is. Well, benefit of the doubt goes to the batter, and that is off the back foot. What a shot! Stand and dispatched over the covers region. Excellent piece of batting here. and he is not stopping at all. If the ball is in his arc, if the ball is pitched full, he's just going up and giving it a full go. Exciting times ahead for the Avengers and for defense of Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi when he is in such a good flow. And that's how we got to play in the power play overs. This is a big appeal. No, he called off his appeal. Maybe it was drifting down the leg side. Might have pitched in line, might have hit him in line, but certainly long way to go. Yes, long way going down the leg side. The previous one was slightly closer than this one. This was a floated outside, a no ball call. This scene you don't want to see. You're coming into ball with the new ball, maybe just trying to do something else, just float it outside the line of off stump and bowl it wide outside the pitch length area. No ball call. The field stays as it is, as the batters remains the same. Well bowled, full. He was trying to step down, taking the charge, trying to bowl a Yorker length, and a single conceded. That marks the end of over number 4. Pretty good over here and good shots here from Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi. Is trying to accelerate and get as much as possible in the power play overs for the Avengers. 33 without loss after 4. Appeal there. And Raghuveer Kukalkar, the CEO of the Warriors, comes back with his spike shoes on. As it was getting slightly slippery for him with his footings. So better get the spikes on. This time walked on the leg side. Oh, he dived there, but the ball still sneaked in and went for a single in the deep. Straight to the man, and they are taking singles easily. Not even bothered about the fielders. No pressure whatsoever. Whenever the ball has hit the bat, they have run away quickly. For the top, but not the best of the timing here. So he's trying to launch himself. It's not afraid of some risk. He's not afraid to take the risk here against Raghuveer Kukalkar, trying to get as many as possible. It's the right job. You've got 10 wickets in hand. A score of in excess of 160 is a certainty. It is required on a wicket like this. The ball keeping low. The ball kept low over there. Might be just an odd scenario. We're not seeing too many balls keeping low, but certainly it might play in the minds of the batters. And is it going to be the scenario that it is going to keep low in both the innings, or is just an odd instance of ball keeping low on that occasion? is very strong on the leg side. Once again, a misfield. So many balls have gone in that backward square leg region. They have changed even the fielder, but the result remains the same. The catch was dropped off the very first over of Venkatesh Nevgi, and he is already playing on 23, 38 without loss. I can understand some difficult chances being dropped, but at least when so much sessions are being conducted by all the franchisees, straight over the head of the bowler, and that also goes down for 4 runs. Once again, charging down and belting it over the top. Safe shot downtown. Gets another boundary to his innings. 27. He's playing on just 17 balls. He's 42 without loss after 5. Nicely walked on the leg side, but gets straight to the fielder at the short fine. Another single taken. And that's what Sagar has to do. He's batting at a slightly lower strike rate, but I think it has been covered up very well by his partner, who has taken the counter attack straight in the first over itself against Govind Lotlikar, in spite of catch being dropped off the first over. Oh, that's a top shot. Should be going for a boundary, couple of bounces, and it rolls over. So this has been the intent straight from Venkatesh Nevgi right from the start of his innings, and he's continued to do so. He moves into his 30s, and the score moves on to 47. A good start it has been given here by Doctor, and that's why he has been asked to go and take the bowlers on, and he's taking them on very aggressively. Oh, this is high, this is high, this is gone, this is also gone. Super shot here from Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi. What a mind-blowing batting. He just comes and scores at a strike rate of somewhere close to 200. Scores a powerful 37 of just 19 balls and gets to his 35 plus as well as the 50 for the Avengers. And a superb opening stand and a great start given by Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi. 53 without loss in just 5.3 overs. And the sons, both the sons are very happy with the father's performance. They are here. And I think they said our time is off. Thank you, Papa. Just 10-15 minutes we have watched the game and we are heading off now. Everyone appreciating here this wonderful innings from Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi. Everyone enjoyed his shot making. He loves to play that shot, almost like a slog shot, in with one is down in that mid wicket square leg region, and also long off and long on. Now he has gone back. Things will be slightly different. Another appeal. Amod Borkar. Well, he was out on duck in the previous game, and now he was also on a risky appeal, but I think it is off the bat. Certainly two sounds heard, but that was very close for Amod Borkar. A close call, but he gets the bat and he gets off the mark with a single. See there trying to come onto the front foot. That is his first instinct of coming onto the front foot, and from that onwards, he's just trying to maybe transfer the weight. Sometimes it's difficult with this technique. That's how he has got a lot of runs. You can't change it overnight. Whoa, lovely timing, lovely timing. Very strong on the front foot and very strong on the leg side. Whipped away towards the cow corner region for a wonderful looking boundary from Sagar Sheth. The ball pitched in just to get him trapped in front, but he's very strong over there. And that marks the end of over number 6. It's 58 for 1. Well, nicely driven here in the gap. She will be looking for a couple, but I think Sagar Sheth is a little bit tired there. Spent some time and took some hard runs. Single is enough, is what he says. Amod Borkar is a crucial player as a captain, as a leader, and also handling those middle overs becomes very handy by just rotating the strike. Very busy customer as far as getting the runs is concerned. Hardly plays dot deliveries in his entire innings and gets some boundaries most of the time, even if he starts slowly, but he certainly covers it up very well at the second leg. That's why Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar has high trust on someone like Amod Borkar, who always wants him in his side. Look at the bounce, the spongy bounce, tennis ball bounce, pitching in the good length area and just climbing on top. So it's getting two pace, double paced here. Some balls skipping low, some balls odd ball bouncing a little bit more. Is in the air and it has been dropped. That was such a sitter. That was an absolute sitter. Well, I think this would have been big wicket. Amod Borkar would have been headed straight. Anup Borkar dropping that such a dolly one. And he will definitely see the replays and he will certainly, it's far better fielder than that. Another chance gone down and another one very easy. Nicely walked on the leg side. Just going to get a single and secretary of MCC has dropped the catch in the on the president's bowling. So there will be some talk later on. Well clipped on the leg side. That's what he's good at, very good at, working for quick runs. And a single to Ahmed Borkar to finish over number 7. It's 63 for 1 Avengers. just pushing it on the offside on the front foot, not trying to play too hard. See, the field is well spread up, and Kapil Angle has been introduced in his second spell. So defensive field, as you normally see in T20 game, and at the short third and short backward point, short covers, man deep on the offside, and at long off, long on mid wicket, and square leg region, and one at the short fine. That was you expect as a normal field in a T20 game. Trying to go through the motions, Warriors camp, having seen a very good start from the Avengers. Certainly, catches have been dropped from the fielders, both easy ones. They are yet to pick up a wicket. What a good innings that was from Dr. Venkatesh Nevge. I just enjoyed out my time in the commentary box with those shots going aerially and not afraid to take on the bowlers. In the air and just over the top. Just sliced it. Good piece of run chase. And certainly stopping that. And couple of runs will be added. Never try to hit too hard. Just sliced it on the front foot. Just gets it over the head of the point region fielder. The captain, in fact, the CEO, Raghuvar Kukalkar, fielding at that backward point. Ah, that was a wrong shot. Trying to play across, perfectly pitched just around the off stump and trying to see if the wicket has something to offer. That was missed by just a whisker. Very, very close. In the air once again, not the best of the shot. Going back behind, and he's a safe catcher. He is a safe catcher. He's the best catcher in the short cover. Sandeep Dalal takes a good catch and a wicket here. Sagar Shetty trying to just maybe accelerate a bit and try to play on the leg side. And the ball hitting maybe at the edge of the bat, scooped high at the short covers. And the safest fielder, certainly, in spite of his age, is none other than Sandeep Dalal. Once again, in that important position of short covers, taking a very good catch. So they get the wicket and Sagar Shed. Both the openers have gone back is 68 for 2 after 8. Well controlled, well controlled. Run out opportunity, non-striker, directed, gone. Directed, he would have been heading straight back into the dressing room. That was a wrong call. That was not a single. When you have got a good fielder at the backward point region, this is what the difference it makes. They could have been three down. They should be very careful. And it is who it is. It is Vedant Naik who was taking a risky single there. Worked well on the leg side. And he will keep on doing that. That's what he loves to do. Take on the singles and keep rotating the strike. Such a risky single taken to get off the mark. This time much easy. Well, maybe he thought that it was going away with his timing, but the fielder also charging in towards the ball. Picked up the wrong fielder for that run. Very, very close that run out. Vedant and Amod. If this partnership is broken early, then Avengers might have to accelerate a little bit later. It is very important pair out in the middle for Avengers. And they are being asked here maybe to just see off the face and also accelerate a bit at, if needed. Especially to get towards then maybe the 13th over. And then get the power hitters to start accelerating maybe from over number 14. And that is what the job is. Just clipped on the leg side and putting pressure on the fielders in the deep and getting a couple of runs easily in the end. Avengers moving nicely at 74 for 2 in the 9th over. Nicely worked on the leg side, straight to the fielder. So single it is. That is going to end over number 9. It's 75 for 2 MCC Avengers. Vikas Shetty. Too short and put away on the offside, but just a single as the man is kept deep. This is not the length that is going to give you wickets. Certainly not against Vedant Naik. I can understand he's quite early into his innings, but such ball can be dispatched here by Vedant, so got to be careful with that. Try to pitch up and get a wicket here. He's quite new into his innings. He's just on 2 of 2. That's much better. That's much better length. It's exactly what I was mentioning. Bowl it over there on consistent basis. So when a batter is new, this wicket is not exactly the same wicket that we have played most of the matches. This is the first game that we have played on this wicket at the moment, which is at the center point, and the game currently going on. Slice and very strong shot. Wonderful shot. Perfect gap, bisecting both the fielders, and he always has the timing backing. Watched it very carefully and played it as late as possible. Good piece of batting here and lovely shot. See how late he has played that. And he bowls it with some pace because Shetty, not like many of the spinners who tosses, and you have to work as a batter, work it hard and smash it hard. But Vikas offers some pace because he's not flighting the ball. He's pushing it through. Relies heavily on the length and the line, which is much close to the off stump. It's played on the offside for a single. Vedant is just trying to get a good feeling here. I just want to spend some time in the middle. Long season ahead. This is just the second game. They lost the first one, Avengers. Good game of cricket. What a game that was against the Royals. Royals winning by 9 runs, but there was a thin difference between both the teams. It went into the last over when Gopal Gaus was looking threatening and almost could have pulled it off at the last moment. But somehow they survived, and it was a lovely catch by Aditya Angle in the cow corner region. The best fielder in that Royals camp, certainly, with immense experience, and a crucial catch. Difficult one that was for any other fielder, but Adit took it very cleanly in the end, diving in forward and getting the victory for the Royals. And that's where Avengers were cornered and lost it by 9 runs. 10 gone. Avengers going at 83 for 2. Well, lovely drive in the gap, well timed, and good fielding in the deep. Wonderful cricket overall. The bowler trying to pitch the ball up, and batter trying to drive towards the wide long off region. Wonderful off drive, but in the end, a couple of runs as a wonderful fielding coming all the way from the long off towards that covers position. Good cricket overall as we begin the second half of the Avengers innings. Amar Devidas has been introduced. Lack of pace. They got to use 6 bowling options. The last edition, there were 7 bowling options to be utilized by the captain, but it has come down. I think they have definitely had a word about it, discussed during the meetings, and they come up with this. I think it's at least 2 bowlers should get to bowl those 4 overs. And if the captain requires, then he can choose even more options, maybe 7 or 8, but at least 6 options should be used. That's played. That's gone into the dark, then that's might gone over the top. That's gone the distance. Yes, that's gone the distance. That's a full toss ball. That's a gift here, and he whacked it over the top. You can't bowl it over to someone like Vedant Naik. That's such an easy ball. There is no one down towards the final leg region. He could have played it anywhere, and he chose a safe option on the ground. That is the fine leg. The fine leg was inside the 30-yard short fine. So Vedant Naik moves into 13 of just 7 balls as the score goes on to 92 for 2. Not a good beginning here to Amar Devidas innings here. He has conceded 9 runs of the first 3 balls. That's another half tracker. That's another half tracker. He's losing it all. He's bowling full. He's bowling full toss, and to just neutralize the effect of the previous full toss, he just tried to drag the ball. It turned out to be very short. Wide call by the umpire. He is in disarray at the moment with his thinking and his execution. Got to get it back. Already 10 runs taken. Might be a costly over here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he's struggling. He's struggling. That was a no ball called here, way above the height of the keeper. Not dangerous for the batter, but certainly a no ball. So that's another 3 runs added. He wants to get off the bowling now. He's not confident at all. He's talking to his captain. He's talking to his wicket keeper. This happens when one ball, the first full toss ball that went for 6 runs, suddenly plays in your mind. You feel that might be not my day, and since it's not a professional players that are playing in the circuit here, has certainly got to get that length very back early. Otherwise, you can be leaking a plenty of runs. So he's off straight away. Amar Devidas is off straight away. Maybe he was struggling with the cramps, some sort of problems there with Amar Devidas, and umpire assessing that and sending him back. So Sudeep is in and Amar Devidas is back off. Just the 3 balls have been bowled in over number 10. We had a lot of stoppage of play. We're going quite good after that first half an hour of play. Almost 7 overs bowled. From that point onwards, the over rate has gone down a little bit. A lot of stoppages in between. Well played. Straight back past the bowler. And a couple of runs. Very well run here by Ahmed Borkar. Very good running between the wickets. Seizing an opportunity, he knows that the throw is going to come quick, so just quickly taking those last 4 or 5 steps. Kapil Angle fielding at that long on region. A costly and a lengthy over of MCL season 11. Another full toss one by Swapnil Nachnolkar, who has come on to roll his arm over, getting an opportunity to bowl here. The owner of the priority group, Swapnil Nachnolkar, and they have a lot of contribution as far as cricket is concerned. Loves to play the game of cricket here at MCL as well as PGML, and also in the community tournaments, and also in the open tournaments. Priority have won the last season of, or he's also having a problem. Priority had won the last season of Golchi League, and they got some good outstation players. One of the difficult leagues and highly acclaimed league in Goa as far as the Open is concerned, and a proud moment for them, and also winning the PGML. A lot of success for them in the last season, priority group, and Swapnil is enjoying his time with the ball at the moment. Driven firm to the fielder, and that was a chance. They might be sneaking in a couple of runs. You can see he's taking off eyes of the ball and looking at what the batters were doing, and that's where another extra has been taken. But that over has been finished here by Swapnil Nachinolkar, and 11 overs have gone. It's 100 up here for the Avengers with those couple of runs. 101 for 2 in 11 overs. So Vikas, change of ends for him. Will be bowling from the commentary box end. Just a over so far. Straight over the top. Wonderful punch, but well fielded. Well fielded here. Good commitment shown by the fielder at the long off region. And a couple of runs. But that was a wonderful sound of the willow. He's backing himself to go for some shots now. It's already looking dangerous here. Avengers have a very good projected score at the moment. This partnership is slowly and steady. You can see Amod Borkar. He has hardly played some big shots, but he's batting on 18 of 16. And that's what he does most of the time. By the time you even think he will be into his 30s, by keeping chipping with the runs or with singles and a couple of runs here and there, boundaries in between. Very smart, and this is a good line. This is much better line. He's bowling almost like the action of Harbhajan Singh. But he got to bowl in the right area, just like the previous ball. You got to be consistent with your plan and also with the line and length. And that's been swept. Swept in the air, straight to the man, and that's also been dropped. Has kept a man over there. That's the third catch that has been dropped by the fielders of the Warriors camp. This was also straight, not a difficult chance. Straight to the fielder in the square leg region. And Vedan Naik it is. How crucial. This catch would have certainly tilted the momentum, because it's Vedan Naik as the star player, and gets lots of runs and tries to accelerate. Very dangerous when you give a chance to someone like Vedan Naik. Another single. He wants to seize on every opportunity. He's a wonderful runner between the wickets. So you got to be careful. The fielders in the deep. Vedan Naik is batting on 21 of 14. Amod Borkar on 19 of 17. Both at more than 100 runs, 100 strike rate. because Shetty is trying everything here to pick up a wicket. A chance has gone down. Certainly, that chance could be a big chance. Breaking the partnership, I was mentioning about these two teams, these two players playing almost around the 13 or 14 overs and trying to accelerate from that point onwards. And that's why Vedant's wicket could have put a break on the scoring. On the offside, cut away very sharply, well fielded in the deep, but a couple of runs taken easily, and there is no backing up there. There is no backup there. They are sleeping very close to the rope. There should have been someone who should have backed. Mistakes in the field will be costly because these all the runs that you are leaking, you got to chase it later on. 12 overs gone is 108 for two Avengers, going very strongly at the moment in the middle overs. Looking at the sheet of the Avengers, Amod Burkar and Vedant are batting in the middle. Venkatesh Nevgi has played his part. Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar really came on early in the previous game, but looking at the way both batters are batting and trying to accelerate, they might launch Amlin just after this one and might think about getting Gopal Gaon slightly early, maybe somewhere around 16th over. So that's how they are maybe thinking about the acceleration from over number 14. Amlon hits some big ones and well capable of taking on the bowlers. Gopal, well known for his hitting abilities in the death. Cracking shot. No chance. Absolutely no chance. What a lovely square cut here. Off the back foot and, well, absolutely some authority that he played the shot with. Superb shot from Vedant Naik. That's exactly what I was mentioning about acceleration coming from Vedant, and he is going to take on the bowlers. Not having the best of the tournament so far, Vasudev Konekar was very expensive. He has been once again welcome with a boundary in this in his new spell in this game. Yeah, another one. This should have go. This has gone out of the park, and another one straight on the wall. Pick the bones out of it. Loosener, a gentle loosener, full toss one, and whacked over the square leg, fine leg region for a humongous strike. Well, this is another bowler that is struggling with his bowling. Vasudev Kunarkar not having the best of the time, and he's also looking at his leg there. He's saying maybe I am not having a good time with the ball. Some problem with the shoes, maybe trying to change the shoes because of not wearing the spikes. So let's see. So Vasudev Konekar, I think he has changed his shoes, not getting the good grip. Maybe he is slipping a bit, not confident in his run up, and that has costed that 10 runs. Now he feels slightly much relaxed here. That's much better. Whipped strongly, straight to the man. Vedant is batting on 34, and that's the reason why he is not taking the single. He wants a big one. Vasudev Konekar has kept him quiet for a couple of balls now. An opportunity to pick up a wicket as well. Let's see. This time, that's high. He might be taken, and he has not even gone for the catch, but a couple of runs. I think he should have gone for the catch. Just that 2 runs could have been saved. Vedant would have been out. A wicket for the bowler that could have lifted his confidence. So many things in the game of cricket. He gone defensive mode and just trying to maybe stop the ball. So 2 runs anyhow taken. Vedant was heading off. So a wonderful 36 runs of just 20, and needed to keep the pace that was started by Dr. Venkatesh Negi, and I think has been successful in doing so. The catch dropped earlier on into his innings when he was on 4 or 5 runs at the short third man region, but after that he has never looked back. The timing was back. He played some big shots over the square leg region. Sixes, boundaries were seen, and the square cut was the highlight. That was a spanking shot. So we'll be very happy heading back into the dugout. Another man with 35 plus for Avengers. They are cruising at the moment at 120 for 3 in 12.5 overs. So Warriors certainly looks like will be chasing a big one. I expected maybe Amlon or Siddhant Amonkar to come in at this position. Just got the solid start given by the first 3 batters, and now they feel that we need to push on for a big score. 13 overs gone, 120 for 3. Avengers going pretty well. So Vikas is going to continue. Let's see whether he can put some breaks onto the scoring. And Amok runs straight away. And he's got Siddhant Amonkar to his company. He believes that even if the ball is straight, and if there is a slight fumble, by the time it is picked up, it takes a fraction of a second to get back your concentration as a fielder. And that's where he seizes an opportunity. And most of the time is successful in getting those singles. Look at how many singles he has taken in the 20 of 18 balls. Plays very, very less dot balls. That's why he has been successful and consistent in getting so many runs. Well played. Nicely played on the offside by Siddhant. Tracking the length early and cutting it towards the backward point region to get himself off the mark with a stylish shot. 122 for 3. Vikas Shetty is still searching for his first wicket. A chance had gone down of Vedant Naik in the deep square leg region. Flighted down the leg side. Might be a wide call, and one of the bias. In fact, 2 wides will be added to the extras. Trying to flight that. This is unusual. We have not seen many flighted deliveries by Vikas Shetty, but he tried to do something different over there. Tried to surprise Amod Borkar, but it was drifting down. The foggy climate, how do you? The climate maybe for last 4 days was slightly hot. Good shot, well fielded, and he's quick. Looking for one more, but Well, he was backing off for a long way. So by the time he had to stop behind the keeper, the man in the short fine leg just coming in to stop that chance of taking a second by Amoda and Siddhanta Mondkar. 125 because Shetty pushed down the ground. Another single. We're into the 14th over. So what's the projected score saying? 184 is the projected score at the moment, and Siddhant has been asked to push that projected score just beyond that limit. 6 more overs to go after this one. You expect them to get somewhere around 10 runs per over. So certainly going to get around 180 plus mark. It's not going to be easy. However, the conditions are difficult for the bowlers to grip the ball, especially the spinners when the dew factor comes into effect. Another run out opportunity, and that's they have stolen another single. Absolutely stolen because it was straight to Sandeep Dalal. Ramod Borkar just hits off straight away whenever he drives the ball or whenever he plays the shot. The 14 overs are done away with. It's 128 for the loss of the Avengers, going very strongly here. Let's see how much they can get in the last 6 overs. Ah, shot! What a shot over the top. And there's bludgeoned over the top towards the wide long on region. It got the distance and a cracking sound of the willow. Well, after taking a lot of singles, Amod has finally decided that it's time to launch and launch in a big way. That's the first big intent shown by Amod Borkar and might be the first one of many to come. Yeah, that's very loud and clear. Vasudev Kunekar has already conceded 18 runs, not having the best of the time as the batters have started going after him. I expected acceleration. They just lost 3 wickets and they are looking good. The wicket is also looking pretty good when the batter starts whacking the ball around. Pressure will be there on the fielders in the deep and also on the bowlers as acceleration has already begun. It has begun. The shot from the captain says it all. After the drinks break, he understands that he has to move on a little quicker. 29 of 23. Still not slow. 29 of 23 is still quite good. Siddhant Amonkar is also going to launch himself, and we have seen many times so many big sixes from this big man Siddhant Amonkar. He is powerful, he's strong. If the ball is in his arc, he's just going to go out of the park. Nothing in for the bowlers here. Looking at the progress of this game, can play your shots nicely, and you will get value for your shots. Siddhant Amonkar, last ball of 15th over. They've got pretty good runs. They've got a 6 of this over, and it's going hard. Missed it. Big appeal, and that's been given out. That's been given out. He's shocked with having seen that appeal. He was just heading off into their mark. Maybe some sort of sound definitely heard. Well, he's totally unhappy with this call that has been given by the umpire, but he has to head back. It's the final call. The fingers have been raised. Well, he feels dejected. Maybe he feels that he has not connected it at all, but it will be difficult for the match referee as well to ascertain the small and the faint test of the Knicks. Certainly, Vasudev Konekar will get his wicket. There was a big appeal from him. He was very much clear in that appeal, and he's was sure of getting a wicket there. 137 for 4 after 15. So Akhil Nadkarni has been sent up ahead of Emlan and Gopal Gawas. Gopal Gawas, we expect him to just get maybe last 3 overs at the max. 137 for 4. I think Akhil's previous innings that the way he has played and played some shots, got some boundaries, quick runs, good strike rate by Akhil that maybe lifted the confidence of the entire team, and maybe there's a promotion for him because of that innings, and he's coming ahead of a few of the other batters. So this is a opportunity to capitalize on for Akhil Nadkarni. He's been playing cricket at MCL for quite a long time now, and he loves the game of cricket, passionate about it, always talks about, and puts high stake in his bowling as well as batting. I've not seen him bowling in the previous game, but certainly he's been do the job as a batter here. Done a good job in the previous game, kept up some pace, never let it go down to chase that 175 runs against the Royals. Well bowled, pushed in, pushed in. So that's good bowling. That's what you got to do. Mix it up a bit for the new batter. Just not sure and not the best of the fit movement when you are early on to the crease. That's what happens to the best of the batters. Well bowled once again. The ball keeping low, trying to play straight. It's not easy to come and bang the ball and accelerate straight away as you hope for in the dressing room with your plans. And Vikas Shetty is bowling well. He is into the last over. Is not picked up a wicket, but is certainly the most frugal bowlers of all. Big appeal, and there's Plum in front. Fingers raised. Well, I think that was a wonderful plan that worked for Vikas. He kept on peppering that full length and trying to just play across wrong line, and he's trapped in front of the wicket, Akhil Nadkarni. So a wicket has gone down in that over, and a good over for Vikas Shetty and the Warriors. 138 for 5. So what a lovely over at a time when Avengers are looking to accelerate. This is a magnificent over. Not considered too many runs. I think just one run coming off that over and five deliveries, a wicket. So it will be a great if we can finish off with the dot ball and icing on the cake. We can pick up a wicket of the last ball of his lovely spell. Excellent bowling. It gets him. Is he out? No, it was. Maybe I thought it was. It has sneaked in between the gates because the bails has lit it off, and but I think that was a take from the keeper, and he removed the bails off. Amlon. Oh, lovely delivery that was to finish his innings there. In fact, he's that just skidded on went straight. He expected the ball to turn. Superb bowling from Vikas Shetty. What a spell of spin bowling. 4 overs, 24 and a wicket. Not given too many runs to the batting side. 16 overs done away with 138 for 5. The last 4 overs. Let's see who is going to bowl. I think it's going to be Rizwan Kazi. I think he has handed over the job to Vikas Shetty as a wicket keeper after finishing his spell, and Rizwan Kazi will come on to bowl with his gentle medium pacers. So at this moment, it's going to be Vasudev Konekar will be bowling. There is the bowling card. Govind Lotlikar has finished 3, and Ravgur Kukalkar and Vikas Shetty have bowled a quota of 4 overs. Amar Devidas is off. Taflin Lashnarka is not going to bowl, so they need maybe a couple of overs from another bowler, and that's why Rizwan Kazi has been asked to do the job. So 1 over here from Vasudeva, and he's going to finish with his 3 overs, just like Govind Lotlikar. Two sounds heard, trying to play on the leg side. So 4 overs, how much they can get? Certainly 170 looks to be on the card, but I think they were going pretty good at 180 a while ago. Vikas Shetty has pulled the things back after bowling that magnificent over, just costed just a single run. Straight down the ground, and is going to be single. They are bowling well here and putting the pressure right back on Avengers. 1 or 2 good overs, and suddenly you see some panic creeping because you want to accelerate, but it's not coming. Anything around 170, Warriors have a good batting lineup. They will definitely back themselves to chase it. Amlon looking to work on the leg side at the early of his innings and gets a single. Warriors and their camp, Govind Lotlikar must tell this is a phase. If we can win this phase and stop those boundaries and sixes, I think we can keep them under 170. We'll be pretty happy. Straight back past the bowler. And well fielded, but couple of runs easily scampered by the batters there. So he's looking to play more shots now. He's playing on 32, 34 in fact of 28. 1 shot away of heading into the dugout, and I might just see Gopal Gaus coming in at his place to replace him after he is retired out. Well bowled, right in the block hole. And Amod Borkar, little disappointed. Maybe he wants a big shot and finish this off with at least a boundary. 142 for 5. Bowled well the last couple of overs. Straight over the top. The opportunity of taking the catch. or just that ball went away. It's totally unlucky for the fielder down there. It was coming straight to him and just changed the path. And a wonderful finish to Amod Borkar's innings. He wanted to finish off with a boundary, and he does so down the ground. And well worked and well knitted up his innings with singles and that magnificent shot over the long on boundary was the highlight, and then finished off with the six, in fact, a boundary to get 38 of just 30 balls. So captain's knock played by Ahmed Borkar. He missed out on the previous occasion, was out on the duck, but I think he really well capitalized in this innings. Solid platform in the middle overs, solid he played, and that's the reason why you see him heading back at team 146 for 5 in 17 overs. In the air, played down the ground for a single, and Gopal Gawas has joined in to give company to Amlan. Both the batters are well capable of smacking the ball all across the park. Gopal Gawas, particularly, is very strong on the leg side. So he is going to accelerate. Let's see whether he can launch himself on the very first ball or will buy his time. Well, he believes that he can go straight away. Not the best of the timing. Gets a single. This time it runs down. He slashes hard and goes towards the third man. Well played here by Amlon. He knew that the fielders were inside and finds a boundary that is also 150 up here for the Avengers in over number 18. Well, good shot, giving himself room on the leg and playing that towards the backward point region. Wanted to find a gap. Gopal Gauss is well known for hitting it big. He is not afraid of losing his wickets, but he is known for his acceleration. Whacks the ball, tremendous bat speed. Backing himself and might get a boundary. And it just goes over the rope. Well, the fielders tried hard there from the wide long on, but I think that was timed really crisply, cracking off the back foot. So lovely batting here from Emlon. A couple of boundaries in that over that will get the score to 158 for 6 after 18 overs. So well done, well stopped here by Kapil Angle. So they are going to bring in Kapil Angle to bowl that third over for him and the 19th over for the team. The problem arises because of the injury to Amar Devidas, and he was back off after bowling the 3 balls, and that was covered up by Swapnil Nashnolkar. So one bowling option was off quite early, and that's why you see Rizwan Kazi had to relinquish his duties and hand over the job to Vikas Shetty. Oh, that's another one that's been missed. That's what also hit very hard down the ground, just stepping down and hitting it straight, and misfield costing a boundary. Oh, that's gone. That's gone long distance. That's a legend over the top. Taking attack to Kapil Angle straight away and stepping down, stepping out, and taking the charge in the middle. Amlan is playing innings that was of utmost importance. He is accelerating and accelerating well. They were hoping to get somewhere around 180, and he is certainly heading in that direction. Not afraid to step down and take charge. So he's playing well. 170 has been reached. That's what Warriors would have hoped them to restrict under when those couple of overs were bowled very well by Vasudev and Vikas Shetty. But I think Amlon had other plans. And he takes it. Very nice, Judge. He is the most safest catcher in MCL season 11, and especially for the Warriors camp. Doesn't doesn't drop too many catches. Is Sandeep Dalal in their short covers position. Important position. And Gopal Gawaz has to head back. Not much contribution by Gopal, as he was asked to do the job of acceleration. Not getting the best of the timing in his entire 4 balls that he has faced here. 19 done, 170 for 7 Avengers. So in comes the last over. 170 for 7 in 19.1. 5 balls left. Rizwan Kazi. Amlon looking dangerous. And he whacks it over the top. Maybe not the best of the timing. He's going to put pressure on the fielder straight away to get back on strike. Amlon needs to be on strike, and he comes on strike. The maximum they can get is through the batting of Amlon. Dr. Sagar Sargaonkar is definitely understanding this game of cricket better than anyone else. He knows that my job is to keep him on strike somehow. Last 4 balls. Straight over the top, another chance. Might be looking to push in Dr. Sagar Sargaonkar for the couple of runs, but this time he sent him back. This time he sent him back. This time there was absolutely no chance. The fielders taking in the first attempt itself and throwing the ball back to the bowler. So it's just the single. 173 for C7. 3 balls to go. Let's see what Dr. Sagar Sargaonkar is up to here. He is certainly looking for a boundary. And he slides. He gets the boundary. He gets the boundary down towards the third man region. Slashes hard. Provided a pace there by the bowler, and they are moving in towards that 180 mark. 177 is what they have reached on. So 180 they expected, and I think this is the highest total so far in this MCL season 11. 174 was posted by the Royals camp, and that has been overtaken. 177 is a pretty big total. Considering when the batters itself can get maximum 35 runs, the Warriors will have their task cut out. Oh, what a shot! But man in the deep. Well, it looks like he has come well set from the dressing room itself, the way he is playing the shots. 6 players were kept on the offside because they know Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar is very strong on the off. And Amlon will be on strike for the last ball. 178 for 7. Can he get one big one? Can he finish well? He certainly has timed the ball well. Might be looking for just one, and a slight fumble will give him the second run. And a strong finish here on the last leg for the Avengers side. And they will be very pleased and happy having posted 180 for 7. They have amassed a good total here to challenge the strong betting of the Warriors camp. Warriors will certainly believe we could have done a better job in the fielding by taking some easy catches, which led them off the flyer, the Avengers camp, and the consistency from Amod Borkar, and also at the top from Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi, who gave them a blistering start. And that's the reason why that platform was given by even Vedant Naik, and then Amlon giving them the wonderful finish. Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar as well contributing quite handsomely in the end. And that's why they got a pretty good total. Highest total of MCL season 11 posted by the Avengers camp, and 181 the run chase will be seen in a short while from the Warriors camp. So here the run chase begins and slides straight away, going hard. And one thing for sure, I was there on the ground during the break between the innings, and the dew is highly predominant. It was almost like rains have lashed here on this ground. It was so huge, and it has covered the entire green on the top. So whenever uh, the ball is going to roll onto the outfield, it is going to take all the dew that has been collected on top of the grass. So it's not going to be easy for the spinners to hold the ball. In for a matter of fact, it's not going to be easy for the medium pacers as well. Although the soft cloth have been used by the groundsman to wipe off the dew from the outfield, but if it is going to pour continuously as it is, so it's going to make no effect after 5 overs, and batting is going to be much easy, and that's what Govind Lotlikar and Anup Burkar will certainly like to capitalize on in the power play overs. Power play overs are going to decide and uh, just give a way where the match is going to head. Is going to go deep or is going to be difficult for the Warriors. They've got good batting lineup. They won the previous game quite easily in the end. Although it was not a big total, they were chasing 140 plus. But here they have the team of Avenger has amassed a big total, and it will require some chasing. Direct hit, and he's a goner there. And there is no backup. Might get extra runs. No, well fielded. Very well fielded. Good job. He was there at the mid-on region, and there, he had no time to back up, but still he has done a good job with his footwork. Anu Borkar had given up on that. He was struggling big time at the non-strikers and direct hit, and he was hitting straight back. Goner, not even the frame. Inside edge, and that will run down for 4 runs. It's got decent enough pace. The fielder, in fact, giving the chase. The ball has stopped. Is it because of the heavy dew factor? Siddhant Amonkar has got a good pace, and most of the time inside edges, the ball should go down. Is it a soft part of the ground towards that fine leg region, or maybe that heavy dew factor made the outfield little bit slow? Suddenly, I was thinking about the boundary. Most of the medium paces, whenever there is an inside edge and it is not stoppable by the short fine, certainly going to go for a boundary, but here not on this occasion. Slashing hard once again over the top. The ball is still not going quickly into the outfield. It's just rolling slowly, and another couple of runs taken. Well, is it going to be a sign here for the things to come? End of over number 1. It's 8 without loss, Warriors. Brijesh Prabhu has been introduced. The first over, decent one from Siddhant Amonkar, not try to bowl too fast. So far, we have not seen the best of the timing from batsmen either. So we'll assess maybe in this over and maybe a couple of overs after this one whether the ball is coming onto the bat nicely, outfield is heavy, and how the spinners are going to come into effect. Certainly, in the first over, it has not been timed so well by the batters. Well played, very well played. Allowing the ball to come on and cutting it towards the backward point. Single taken. Govind Lotlikar is just the key up the order. Just like Venkatesh Nevgi, Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi has given them a blazing start, a quick fire 37 runs, and some sizzling shots in the entire innings. And a similar start is required, and it is expected from the captain, Govind Lotlikar. He will go hard. He knows that as a team, Warriors need a blazing start to cope up with the asking run rate. And that's expected. I told you he's going to come hard against all the bowlers. If the ball is in his arc, he's just going to uh, just whack it. So exciting times ahead. Opportunity for the Avengers also to get the skipper of the Warriors quite early. Well played. Clipped off his legs. An easy shot here. Worked on the leg side, and a fine looking shot for a boundary from Govind Lotlikar. Not try to hit it too hard, just timing. The fielders are inside on the leg, and this is a big mistake from the bowler. You can't bowl over there because once it crosses the inner ring and with such good timing, it's just going to race towards the fence for four. See, once the ball has gone into the outfield and once it has come into the hands of the bowler, is trying to wipe off of the towel of the umpire. The scenes you are going to see on a regular basis in this. Oh, straight over the top, smacked down the ground, and well fielded. Well fielded. He overran for a particular distance, but then he saw the ball going back behind and stopped it. Single taken. On the Borkar is not the quickest. This might be a couple of runs which should have been challenged to the fielder down there. See the fielding of Avengers when Vedant Naik, or for that matter, Vedant and Amod Borkar were batting. And even in the case of opening scenario when Sagar Sheth and Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi were batting, they were taking the singles way too easily. Singles and doubles, nicely cut away. He is very slow. He's very slow to run and very slow to turn around. It's not the best of the technique to turn around at the non-striker's end. You got to see the ball where it is heading, whether the fielder has reached towards the ball or not, and also listen to the call of the partner. So turning blind sometimes can be a big mistake. 15 without loss in over number 2. I saw that was a clear edge there, outside edge. That was flown past the keeper. Stretched his hands there, but it was still eluding his gloves. He's still going hard. He's not afraid to play shots. And a streaky edge. 2 overs gone, 19 without loss. Straight down the ground for a single. The Siddhant continues with his over. Anup, I think he's doing a decent job as far as getting the singles. 5 runs of the 5 balls, not too many dot balls conceded. That's what they want. A skipper on strike. Another one, backing the punch, still missing the timing. I think Siddhant has bowled far better than he has bowled in the previous game. He tried to bowl very fast outright, gave a lot of pace for the batters to work with. and miss the length on most of the occasions, sometimes full, sometimes way too short. But he's trying to bowl well within himself. He knows that ball is difficult to grip, so I should not concede some full tosses and above the waist height, or even short balls down the leg side that has been bowled on some occasions, well bowled on some occasions by the bowlers of the Warriors. We've seen from Amar Devidas as well as from Vasudev Kunekar, ball slipping from the hand. So you got to be careful to wipe the ball and hold a firm grip on the ball. The conditions are very difficult for bowling, very difficult. And I was having a word with many of the batters and also the fielders that the div is so heavy. If the conditions persist and remain like this, not only for this match but for the entire season ahead, tomorrow's match, especially the floodlight matches. Morning, the first game, yes, for the first 10 overs, you might witness some effect of the dew and the moisture content on the wicket on the Saturday or Sunday morning matches. But after that, it's going to be pretty easy for batting. Still playing it very late. The ball is heading on to him pretty quickly. He's skidding on. And that's why he's slightly late on to playing that shot. He's already on the back foot. He feels that it's the back of the length and he's trying to read the length there. Well bowled. And that's what he has bowled well. Pretty good spell here from Siddhant Amonkar. Is not allowing the things to be drifting away in the this power play over. 3 overs have been bowled, 23 without loss. Warriors in pursuit of 181. Control the things very well, the Avengers bowlers. Oh, what a shot! Square cut, uppercut shot over the point region fielder. Shot and lot of width given, and standing tall on his toes and just cracking it over the point region. Yeah, you can see that. Well executed, very well executed here for from Govind Lotlikar. 27 without loss. And the boundary of the very first ball of Bridges Prabhu's second over. Yeah, you can see the intent. He's just trying to whack the ball as hard as possible. Ball kept low on that occasion. Yes, but the intent is very much loud and clear. He is not going to miss out on any ball, whether it is loose or good balls. He's just going to come hard. He knows they are still not got to that flyer that is expected or they need so desperately to make things easy for the middle order. Once again, nicely timed, and that's been missed by the fielder at the mid on. He reached over there, but he didn't bend enough. But Govind Lotlikar gets under the boundary. Not the best of the timing, but he has just done enough to get it away from the fielder and get towards the fence for 4. Moves on to 25 of just 13. So fielders at long off, very straight, the long off, and one in towards the deep point region. I feel he's just going to go slashing hard straight into the point fielder, and no mistake. straight into the deep point fielder. He cracked it, he timed it well, but he just found a man in the deep. No mistake there. The first catch coming into the Avengers camp, and they have taken it really well. Gets rid of the skipper of the Warriors. Well, he was playing hard. He was coming hard at the bowlers and is trying to bludgeon the ball and give a rollicking start. He has played his part. He is out on 25 of the bowling of Brijesh Prabhu, 31 for 1. Thirty-one for 1, and walks in Kapilangle. Seasoned campaigner, highly decorated player, Kapilangle. So much credentials behind his back in batting. But he's not the one just to take the attack to the opposition, just like someone went back, the skipper, Govind Lotlikar. He comes hard at the bowlers, and it makes the captain think a lot, and also the bowlers when he's trying to smack all the balls as hard as possible and try to get as many as possible those runs. But Kapil Angle is someone who will buy his time and who is more sort of technically sound and a correct player. Will look to play the shots according to the merit of the ball. And that's what Avengers will also be happy, because if they can't keep up with the pace of the asking run rate, that will creep the asking run rate drastically up. Got to be careful of that Warriors. 4 overs gone is 33 for 1. Kapil Angle and Anup Borkar, 33 for 1 after 4. And Siddhant Amodkar is going to continue with in his third over of his spell straight away. And they may be thinking that it's better off bowling medium paces in the power play overs rather than get the spinners, as they are going to definitely struggle with gripping the ball. Well bowled once again, very well bowled. Good length, difficult areas for the new batter. Very good forward defensive shot for a single there from Kapil Angle. Although batting lineup is pretty strong of the Warriors, but this is a condition where 181 is required to be chased, and he can't run out on the cards. Direct hit, it could have been curtains for him. This is the issue here. Not as swift as a runner between the wickets, Anup Borkar and Kapil Angle has to see that they get some boundaries in these power play overs. Very interesting to see if we get to see one over of spinner from in the power play overs. The last over, that's wonderful. That's an absolute jaffer. Ask him to come onto the front foot and just beaten him in defense is there. Just move a shade a bit. Yeah, looks to be pitched. This is the best spell so far from Siddhant Amonkar. Very good. Not trying to bowl too fast, just trying to concentrate on just line outside the line of off stump. Having said that, it drifts one down the leg. Don't try to work with a lot of pace here, because if you do so, then you can not only earn in line and length, but also the ball can slip out of your hands because of the extra force that you want to put at the last stride. Bowling well within himself, holding a of decent grip. Oh, there's another one. This time wide outside the line of off stump. One down the leg side, one outside off. Back to back wides here from Siddhant Amonkar. Good piece of field set, I must say, strong field, but also there is not a man in the deep, in the third man region, so he got to be careful when he is going to give width on the offside. Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi in the short covers, short extra cover position, well clipped on the leg side. Oh, that's misfielded. Should be a couple of runs. Missed by Dr. Sagar Salgankar in that short fine leg region. Anup Borkar has been asked to go for the third one, run out on the cards and missed opportunity. Another one, I think, is Vedant Naik, who is not a regular keeper. He should have thrown at the non-strikers end where Siddhant Amonkar was waiting, and it was Kapil Angle. Kapil Angle's wicket, he should have targeted at the non-strikers end. Anup Borkar, and it missed. That's why he require a specialist wicket keeper. I don't think so. They have one. This one belted down the ground, looking for a single. Another run out opportunity directed. This is not the first occasion. Anup Borkar is still risking his wicket, and so far he has been successful in all those risks that he has taken. Vedant, if he's going to keep the wickets, then we might not see him in action in bowling. He might keep off, but he's not a specialist wicket keeper. Vedant Naik, he is an off spinner. He is bowled off spin in most of the time, and that this is what you are going to see. Someone like Vaibhav Naik, who would have stopped it easily, and this ball just tickles over for 4 runs. Leg by signal, difficult take, and they got the boundary. And that's why we always say you need to have a specialist wicketkeeper in leather ball cricket. And 5 overs gone. Warriors are going at exactly 9 runs per over, 45 for one. The skipper gets himself into the attack. Amod Borkar comes in. Let's see whether he will fly the ball, so he's just trying to utilize the condition and skid the ball, trying to keep it straight. Man in the deep point and at long on region. Two men have been kept and the field remains same for both the batters. In fact, a man moves in towards the backward square leg for Kapil Angle. Maybe they are thinking that he is just going to play a sweep against Amod Borkar. He is strong off the sweep. He loves to play the sweep against the spinners, especially the off spinners. This big appeal there, and they're strapped in front. I told you he loves to play sweep. He went for the sweep against Amod Borkar and is trapped in front of the wicket. The plan has worked of putting the man in deep, and they had set a plan for Kapil Angle, and he succumbs to the plan. He goes back. Second wicket at 46. The ball has been tossed up. Yeah, that's plumb in front. Absolutely plumb in front. And Kapil Angle, absolutely no hesitation in the decision of the umpire. Once he misses and the ball has been pitch stripped, there is not much of turn on this wicket. The ball skids straight. It's wraps up on the pads straight in front and is going to hit the stumps, is what umpire feels. 46 for 2 after 5.2. So Amod, as he normally gets a lot of wickets with his bowling, he just puts the balls in the right areas. He is not a rank turner of the ball as an off spinner, but just varies the pace a bit and keeps the simple job doing. Just keeps it in the good areas and poses questions to the batters. That's well played. Coming onto the front foot, Vikas Shetty has come on. Looked a good batter who backs a punch and loves to be the attacking style that we have seen in the first game. So will he be going the same way straight away, or no? He goes straight away. He goes straight away. I told you he backs a punch, and that's been the correct over the wide long off region, smacking it over the top with utmost ease as the fielding restrictions still on in the last over of the power plays. Already onto the back foot. Yes, the intent and the clear cut aggression was seen from Vikas Shetty. It was seen in the previous game, so I expected him to play in the same fashion. 50 up for Warriors in over number 6. Once the ball has gone into the outfield, it required to be wiped off from the towel almost every time. It straight back to Amod. Well time is hitting it very hard. You can see it must have definitely stung on the fingers of Amod Borkar. Oh, what a strong sweep! Shot there. straight over the top, and there's been clobbered for six. Sensational batting up, one of the back foot and one strong sweep, and that's why he comes into an important position as an attacking batter. Vikas Shetty has got himself going straight away with the magnificent boundary and that super sweep shot over the top for 6 runs, 56 for 2 after 6. Crucial phase now. Once the power play has gone off, three fielders at the backward point, one in the short covers. Emelon has been brought. Well, for the Masters, he used to bowl in the power play overs, uh, 2 or even 3 overs. But they have maybe asked him to do the job of bowling, or that's down the leg side. Might be getting couple of runs. Anup Borkar is running very hard. Should be getting comfortable too. Vikas Shetty is looking for the third one. He's coming in the danger end, but Anup had not even reached at the striker's end, but couple of runs leg buys have been taken. Emlon has to be very careful in bowling his line. Normally, he's consistent with his length. It's the line that has to be careful about. If you see the field, then there is one man in the deep square leg, one in the cow corner, and long on. There is no one in the short fine, as the three fielders have been kept at the behind the square on the offside, rather than one cushion on the short fine leg. They got to be a straighter and a slightly wider outside the line of off stump. Not too wide, but somewhere around the fourth and fifth stump. That's lovely shot. He's getting better with the timing. So much of punch behind it, and a slight fumble will get him an extra run. He's getting better there. Anup Borkar is moved on to 11 of 13 balls. Certainly, that was a very good shot. Although it didn't fetch him a boundary, but he timed the ball really well. Sometimes such shots for a batter can raise a lot of confidence in yourself that a wicket is true. I can play my shots. I spent some time in the middle, and is as precious as you can get. This time he missed the timing, but should Bill get a single? That's a better length here. Now it's a challenge on for Amlin with Vikas Shetty. He's come out with a strong intent of just keeping the pace with the asking run rate. We have got a match on hand, certainly, what I feel. At the start of almost 10, close to 10 runs per over, if not 10. 61 for 2 in 6.3. And the conditions very difficult for bowling. Some final over thrilling encounters, nail biting finishes we have witnessed here in this season of MCL. And we expect with the conditions that are in play at the moment, with the due coming into effect, even at score of 180 it should not be considered as a substantial total. If the batters bat sensibly, smart, have a partnership going, and target the bowlers with somewhere around 8-9 runs every over, then it's quite gettable to chase 181. The spinners are totally out of it. It's almost like everyone bowling medium paces and trying to bowl in that just around the good length area. You can see the timing there from Anup Borkar. hardly anything in there for the spinners. You can truly play your shots and just got to time the ball. The ball is going to do the rest and it's going to the outfield. This is so predominant, the dew here. The bowlers have their task cut out here on this venue. As down the leg side with the pace of Emlon, it's going to be 5 wides. Oh, you got to be very careful. Got to be very careful. I had mentioned there is no cushion there. These are 5 freebies, and it's slightly getting out of the hands for the bowler. Ramod Burkar is telling him, get him on the front foot to drive on the offside rather than down the leg side. A big mistake here from Emlon. 68 already on the board. Slightly costly over, costing 10 runs for Emlyn and the Avengers. If they are going to get 10 runs, 11 runs so easily, and they won't feel the pressure of going for the big ones. They will not take the risk, and the partnership will keep on growing. So far, Anu Burkar doesn't have to worry as the runs are coming easily. Well played, very well played, using the pace of the bowler. That also might just run down for a couple of runs and maybe a boundary. And I think it has touched the rope. I think it has touched the rope. Very smart play, very creative here from Vikas Shetty. He knows Amlon is bowling with push-in deliveries that has got a lot of pace compared to other spin bowlers, and he has just played a paddle sweep for a boundary. Smart batting. 72 for 2 in 7 overs. Yes, I actually wanted to go down the leg side, got a leading edge. Gopal Gaus into the attack. So, if at all anyone going to get a good turn on this wicket, if at all, is going to be Gopal Gaus, because he gives a lot of rip on the ball and also flies the ball, doesn't afraid to toss the ball in the air. So, let's see. This spell is going to be very important and crucial here for the Avengers side. Gopal Gaus. Slightly short, trying to put the pressure in the deep, and yeah, easy couple of runs. By the time throw comes in from the deep, easy too. I was discussing with Gopal how difficult it is going to be to grip the ball for many of the spinners. Someone needs to put up a squeeze here for the run score that is easily moving upwards. There is hardly anything. Is watching Gopal Gaus very carefully off the hips, gets a single. "76 for 2." Feel because Shetty might be just a crucial batter here at this stage when he's batting on 18 of just 8 balls, and if he can finish off with 35 with somewhere around 17, 18 deliveries, I think he'll be happy. And also the pace Anup Borkar is building up with confidence every ball, as he's trying to hit some big ones, as he spent some time on the wicket, and the confidence is asking him just to push the things a little bit here. They have to push, and if they get somewhere around 8 to 9, I think they'll be pretty happy. Uh, is anything under less than 6 runs per over, it will make the batter think to take risk in the next over. Well bowled, very well bowled here. Looking for, I think it was a googly rather than the normal leg spinner from Gopal Gaus. One dot ball we have witnessed for some time now. Into the eighth, a pretty good start. So far considered just 5 runs, Gopal Gaus. Can he finish it off well here? Can he finish it off well? Going at a strike rate of 200, Vikas Shetty. Swept nicely, but I think he has slowed down. Very nicely bowled from Gopal Gawas in the first over. Concede 6 runs. 8 overs have been bowled. It's 78 for two Warriors in pursuit of 181 runs. Just the 1 over for Amlon. Not the best of the overs bowled by him. And now Ahmad Burkar feels that I should not let off the grip of the match. Try to get a wicket of Vikas Shetty here, who is looking very strong, going pretty easily against the bowlers. Ahmad has bowled just the 1 over so far, picked up an important wicket. And that's shielded. He gets another one. He was looking itchy to get the big shot going, but played the wrong line. Tried to play across on the long on region. Ahmad is a pretty tricky customer. He knows what Anu Borkar was up to and just floated it up there. Picked the wrong line, absolutely wrong line, and that's why he has to head back. But he had given a good start to Govind Lotlikar and also give good company to Vikas Shetty as the secretary of MCC. Anu Borkar heads back, has given some handy contribution to the team. 79 for 3 at 8.2. So in comes the super sub Sudeep Faldesai in place of Raghuveer Kukarkar, the owner of the team. 79 for 3. A very stylish batter and very strong on the offside over the covers, long off region, and also plays a sweep shot nicely. Not going to be easy. Is not got time to spend on the wicket. Not got his opportunity. In fact, in this season so far, he gets in the second game at a time when just the wicket has fallen down in over number 9 against Amod Borkar. Was trying to bowl around the wicket across to the left-hander. Well bowled. And gets off the mark with a forward defensive shot on the leg side. So left and right hand combination. Both batters who bat well will be a good runner between the wickets. He's put up a lot of work on his fitness. I was speaking to Sudeep, and certainly I see him in a better shape compared to the previous season. Very important to keep yourself in the shape and in the fitness mold if you are going to play cricket for a long time. Well bowled. What an over from Mohammad Borkar. Well, the previous over from Emlon was so costly, and he was not getting that line right, and that's what Amod was trying. Ask them to come onto the front foot and play in the V area. That's where you are going to get more opportunities, create more opportunities, bowl in the right areas. There's a work down the leg side, wide call. He's wiping the ball every time. Every ball is so predominant, so heavy. The dew here, the ball gets softer and softer, and also gets little bit wet. The seam that is strong also gets slightly softer. So all that matters for the bowlers as well as the batters out in the middle. 79 for 3. We'll update the score in some time. Big appeal, and that's out. That is out. That is a spontaneous appeal. His front leg was across. He never touched any part of the bat. Sudeep is not happy. Well, slight anguish on his face. Maybe he's telling that I have clipped off the bat. But certainly when the finger is laid, Amod Borkar has picked up the third wicket, fourth wicket for the team. Play trying to come across round the wicket, pitched in line. That you can see that little part of the leg stump pitched in line, hit him in line. Definitely the bat was slightly away, but you can see that leg stump. Umpire feels that it's a much closer shout. It's always risky trying to play across like that, and that's why the fourth wicket Sudeep goes back early, putting the team in slightly thoughtful position. So 3 wickets for Amod Borkar so far in his spell, and that's why I always say he is not a great turner of the ball, but he just bowls with good line and good areas, consistent basis. That is where you are going to chip in with wickets. If you try to sway away from your length or in your line, and that consistency is missing, which troubles the batter because you are going to leak the runs away easily. Just persist with the plan of bowling in the areas and Don't be desperate to pick up the wicket of every ball. Just bowl in the right area. That is what Amod Burkar comes and does regularly. Simple job, but very effective. Down the leg side, wide call. A couple of runs added. The difference between Amod Borkar or someone like Gopal Gawas is a leg spinner, and a wrist is being used here, trying to rip the ball just like his normal stuff. But the ball is not assisting the turn that he expects. So his length and his trajectory is going to be different. But what Amod Borkar does is he doesn't afford too much of light, and he just keeps bowling at that length and let the wicket do the rest. Is what he thinks. Couple of runs, very well run here between both these batters. Good running. It was a googly there from Gopal that was played on the squares of the offside. But I was talking about the trajectory that he's bowling, Amod Borkar, and he keeps persisting bowling in that length areas and poses question almost every time. And that's why he is getting those wickets. Hardly there is any help on this surface, but look at how effectively he has been bowling. Oh, that's a strong square cut. Oh, that's good piece of fielding. Very good piece of fielding. Saving couple of runs using the shoes there. We're going deep into the crease, timing the ball nicely. Vikas Shetty, Rizwan Kazi has joined him to give company. The wicket of Sudeep Faldesai was very important for the Avengers because the left and right hand combination, and as well he's a strong player. He's a good player. We've seen in the previous edition, he was there in the same Warriors game, played some handy knocks. 89 for 4 in 9.3. The wickets side is going to be important for the Warriors. They should not keep on losing the wickets. Very well bowled off the back foot. Again, not afraid to toss the ball up. That was a googly. I think he read it well. Played off the back foot. So many matches are touch and go here, almost enthralling everyone because the wickets are so conducive for batting. You just can play your shot and back yourself to get some good runs. Oh, how did that miss? How did that miss? Well, he was lucky. He never read it. Never read it. Is one Kazi trying to drive the ball, trying to play against the spin. Well, that happens when I think the someone like Vedan Naik, who is also wicketkeeper, also was appealing. He thought that he has got the man there. That's what's happened with non-regular wicket keepers. He's a batter, fabulous batter, and also a good off spinner. But he's doing the job for his team, and that is the halfway mark of the run chase innings here for the Warriors, going at 92 for 4 after 10. That's in the air. That might be another chance. That has gone high. There's a man down in the deep. And he drops it. Can you believe? Amod Borkar comes into the action straight away from the far end. Rings break it was. Lapse in the concentration. Went for the sweep shot. Trying to up the ante. And that would have been the fourth wicket for Amod Borkar. I think the direction and the execution was done perfectly. It's just that the fielder faltered to take the catch. That he didn't had to move an inch. Just that it went high. What a start it would have been after the drinks break for the team of Avengers. And it is Vikas Shetty who is coming hard at the bowlers. Lovely square cut for a couple of runs. 19 for 3 so far for Amod Borkar. Is into his third over. He'll certainly bowl fours. Absolutely no doubt in my mind that he's going to bowl 4 overs because he is the most effective on this wicket so far. Nicely swept, strong and well fielded by the man in the deep. That's an important position. Although he dropped the catch, Gopal Gaus, it is a strong fielder but restrict a couple of runs. I think there has been some message given to Vikas Shetty. Maybe just try to accelerate a bit and get this asking run rate down. Might be looking to get 34 and from that point onwards get a big shot. Punching it down the ground. Should get a comfortable single. In fact, couple of runs. Very well run here by Rizwan Qazi. I thought it might be thinking about a single. He has reached to 34 of just 20 balls. And it's 100 up here for Warriors as well. 100 up in the 11th over. Another 81 runs to get. Still, it's quite possible, but they need partnership. Vikas Shetty will be heading off, and let's see who is joining Rizwan Qazi. Is yet to get off the mark, Rizwan. Straight over the top, and he's been whacked down the ground. Really whacked down the ground, and just maybe over the top. Yeah, just over the top. Flat six here. What a finish for the innings from Vikas Shetty. Both the arms have been raised up from the umpire, and it is a great innings, I must say, in the contest when they had not got a great beginning, and he still came and played those shots. Looked aggression is the best way that he can handle, and that's the best job you can do in T20. Very good position that he has kept his team at the moment, requiring 75 of 55. 106 for 5 in 10.5 as Vikas Shetty hits back. He has certainly played his part very strongly. A very well played innings here from Vikas has been appreciated by the Warriors camp, getting a good round of applause, and the new batter joins in. Sandeep Dalal will be at the striker's end for the last ball of this 11th over from Amod Borkar. You can see still 75 required of 55. Asking run rate is not daunting. It's not huge. If they can play sensibly, and I think if anyone can play sensibly at this stage, these are the two experienced batter, Sandeep Dalal and Rizwan Qazi, both to get off the mark, both to start their innings in this important tie. Oh, he gets him. Has he? What has happened there? Has he sneaked in through? What has happened? Look at the reaction. Animated. Everyone is animated. The keeper, the bowler. Was it an appeal for leg before, or maybe was an inside edge heading back to the stumps? Replay certainly looks to be more exciting here. Here comes the ball. It's the very first ball. Rightly pitched up. The ball turn. And the ball turned in sharply. Turn in sharply. appeal there. We certainly don't know whether it's off the bat, inside edge, or the ball is turning or doing too much here with the turn. Well bowled here from Mohammad Borkar, and certainly a respite here for Sandeep Dalal. 11 overs, 106 for 5. Well bowled, very well bowled. This is a phase to capitalize. Both the batters are new. Both have are yet to get off the mark. Just try to see what the wicket is doing. Amod Borkar has bowled a fabulous first delivery to Sandeep Dalal. It was a big appeal, but it turned sharply. Straight over the top, straight to the fielder, and it's been dropped or taken. I think he has taken it. I think he has taken it in the second attempt. Siddhant Amodkar, those strong hands, and that's the reason why important fielders must be kept in the long on the region. He went for the toss stop delivery and he smacked it well. He timed it well, but found a fielder in the deep. And Rizwan Kazi also hits back. The pressure that was put on by Gopal Gauss and Amod Borkar on the batters have worked, as Rizwan Kazi doesn't trouble the scorers. He's 106 for 6 in the 12th over. Played with soft hand where he was heading, run out opportunity. The fielders are very much close to the point region. Dr. Venkatesh Devgi is not on the edge of the ring. He is trying to stop the single. The both batters are fresh onto the wicket. Very much the pressure applied by Amod Borkar. That's good to see. Good tactic. As well bowled. Well bowled here. Is enticing the batter to come for the drive. As a super over here from Gopal Gauss. Although it's not happening for the spinners, but they are just bowling in the right areas. Well bowled once again, very well bowled. Landing the ball in the right spaces, just like Amod Borkar has done, has been successful. We have mentioned that it's not going to be easy for the spinners, but I think instead of the turn, they have relied on the length. Amod Borkar always is going to be variant in terms of the length as well as the pace. 107 for 6 in the 12th over. Another one flighted. Going for the sweep, not very much in control, and he's a quick runner with no wicket. Run out opportunity, but look at Vedant there. Look at Vedant, not showing the best of the skills in terms of wicket keeping. And you expect that when you are not a regular wicket keeper. So 12 overs gone, 109 for 6. Last couple of overs definitely belongs to the Avengers. Although we saw a six from the bat of Vikas Shetty, but he hits back straight away, and then a fabulous over from Gopal Gauss. And having seen that, Dr. Venkatesh Nebi has been asked to go at the new batters. Maybe they feel that this is the time to sneak in a couple of overs from the leggy. Worked on the leg side. Will be a single. It's a heavy, heavy outfield. The ball is not racing. You just got to time the ball well. I can see here there is a lot of dew falling on the outfield. It's like a reflective surface at this moment. It is shining in the outfield from the top of Dr. Dinesh Trikannad Gallery. Mr. And there's a dot ball. So if you see from the top, it's so heavy, and the bowlers is having the task cut out. Whether it's Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi, I must give credit to Gopal Gaus. That's well bowled, very well bowled. That was very close. So this is exactly what I'm mentioning. Just bowl this length and just outside the line of obstruction. Don't think I'm going to turn sharply on this wicket. Sandeep Dalal has not the best of the start so far. 1-1-1 for 6. The ball sneaking in the defenses of Sandeep Dalal on a couple of occasions now in just the 4 balls that he has faced. Appeal there, big shout. He believes that he has got his man. Dejected face from the bowler. Certainly he was strapped on the pads, but long distance, I think it was on the front foot and just outside the crease as well. So long distance to go. Certainly drifting down the leg side. Well bowled here. It's exactly, you need to put a squeeze here. Put a squeeze on the runs, and once you do that, you see the batters will be trying to play some wrong shots, trying to play across, maybe trying to play the sweep and get a boundary. So that's the reason why bowling in some dot balls is very important. Wide, very well left here from Sandeep Dalal. They must never think Warriors that they are out of the game. One partnership can get them back in the game. Even this partnership can give them. Oh, this is an easy run out there. What has happened? No communication. The ball was hit straight to the square on the offside, and it was Gopal Gaus. I think Sandeep Dalal just thinks that he had to take the single. Vasudev Kunekar knew that it was Gopal Gawas, and that's why he sent him back. And by the time it was sent back, he was already half the way mark. And he sacrificed his wicket for his senior counterpart, Sandeep Dalal, Vasudev Kunekar. See that call. Vasudev Kunekar with immediate no once he saw Gopal Gawas in the backward point region. So an easy run out. That happens when you bowl in few dot balls and they sneak in with the 7th wicket. They were hoping a big way on both the batters, Sandeep Dalal and Vasudev Kunekar with the experience, but Vasudev hits back, sacrificing his wicket, and 67 runs needed of 43 balls. So Swapnil Nashnolkar comes in, but he'll be at a non-strikers, and it was the last ball. Poor calling there from Sandeep Dalal, I must really say. There was no run in it. There was a big shout, big call given by, and now he goes back. The reason is he was thinking that it was my fault. It was my fault that that run out has happened, and Vasudev Kundekar has to sacrifice himself. So he goes for the big one, goes for the cross-batted hoiks, the slog sweep, and the pressure of the earlier delivery. What has happened has transpired in him, and he has given his wicket. Gopal Gauss into the action in the previous ball as well as this ball inside edge onto his pads and back onto the wicket. So now I think the game is done here. That's as per me. They have lost 8 wickets, and I don't see them rising from this point onwards. When Sandeep Dalal hits back, 114 for 8. So Avengers doing the things perfectly here. Gopal Gauss and Amod Borka's spell. I think it was the highlight of this bowling performance from the Avengers. They have posted an imposing total of 180. Imposing because a team, a batter can get at the most 35 runs, and you can get almost 3 batters to get 35. But others have to also revolve around nicely to build the partnership at least maybe 20, 30, or 40s, which has not happened. They kept on losing wickets. One or two good overs always piles up the pressure on the batters in the middle. And Amar Devidas has come at number 10. Another run out opportunity. Another run out opportunity. Oh, go! It is Vedant. It is Vedant. I think the bells have not come out of the grooves. It was a simple take. Vedant. I think they need to work on this combination of wicket keeper. I just can't blame Vedant because he is doing the job for his team as asked to do so by the think tank and the management. But so many times, so many lapses. Wicket keepers is a specialist job. So many squats you have to put up almost every ball, get down and come on top once again, stand up. So it's not easy. It's a tough job, and also so many technicalities as far as keeping behind the wickets for the spinner is concerned, and also for the medium pacers along with the line. You have to uh, just go the sideways for the medium pacers on both the sides if it is down the leg side or on the off. So a lot of technicalities that we see in on the screens as well. Many a times when we watch T20 international cricket and a lot of videos that surface on in the social media as well as the match is not on live when we follow up the stars. So all those things we see many good wicket keepers in this MCL season and specialist ones. It's a very tough job and thankless job as well as a wicket keeper. You always give credit for the stumping to the bowler, but most of the time forget about the hard job done by the wicket keepers. Well played off the square. See once again where they are running, and that might be run out. That might be run out. Yes, where he was heading, the ball was hit straight and a direct hit from Dr. Venkatesh Negi. He is doing nothing wrong today. He is doing nothing wrong today. 9 wickets down here. Amar Devidas was just running to take a single when the ball was hit straight back, straight to the point region, Dr. Venkatesh Negi, and they have, yeah, that's out. That's out. Easy out. 9 down at 115. This is going to be a big victory coming on the way for the Avengers. So last wicket here on the crease. And oh my gosh, what has happened? And that's all out. Where they are running. It's as if everyone wants to have an early dinner here. The total harakiri by the Warriors. They are just running for everything at the non-strikers end, and we have got an early end. Swapnil Nashnolkar is just saying that I have not even got my time in the middle. I have not spent. My partners have just come and ran themselves out and went back into the dressing room. I feel sad even for Swapnil Nashnolkar. He wanted some time in the middle, if not for this game, maybe for the next game, to try and see what the wickets are on offer, plus play some shots, build his confidence for the season ahead. But he has just seen the partners heading back, uh, being run out. So many run outs in this game. Poor running between the wickets, absolutely poor. Poorest we have seen in this entire season 11. They lost the plot and lost it the game by a big margin. That's a very good victory here for lifting the entire morale of the camp of the Avengers. They have a good team, good batting lineup, good bowling lineup. 180 I expected. It's going to be a very challenging total, very challenging total. In spite of the conditions not favorable for the bowling, I think Amod Borkar will be very proud with the spell that he has bowled and all the other bowlers around. So congratulations to the Avengers. A comfortable victory for them. Requesting both the captains to kindly have a word with us, please, pretty quickly. Both the captains, Amod Borkar. Well, welcome you all for the presentation ceremony here for the match played just now between the Avengers and the Warriors. A confident victory for the Avengers in the end. They posted a substantial total of 180 runs, and having put in challenge in the second innings, I think the bowlers did a fabulous job. The conditions were not suited, not favorable. with heavy duo on the outfield, but I think they stuck up to the task and bowled clinical spells. And then the harakiri committed by the batters of the Warriors, and they were succumb to pressure, and a big victory here for the Avengers camp. Meanwhile, I'll request Vinay Samari to please welcome the guest for today's function, Rohit Mehta, the executive committee member and a renowned businessman here in the Margao area, is here as the chief guest for today's function. We welcome you, Rohit Mehta, for the function today. Now, may I invite the captain of the losing team, Warriors, Govind Lotlikar, here having a word with us. Govind, not the best of the in terms of fielding as well. You could have started very well. I think three easy catches were dropped in the fielding, and that gave a jump start to the innings of.
Yes, the drop catches, like it matters a lot catches because it completely changes the game. So I feel like today we were not good in fielding department as well as bowling as well as batting because we had a pretty good batting order, but we could not perform. So, anyways, a bad day for us. It's nothing, but we'll get back strong.
Having seen the condition, the dew was into effect right at around 7:30, and the conditions were difficult and got even difficult. But if you compare both the sides in bowling, I think they did simple things quite effectively, bowling the length rather than turning the ball too sharply. And that was a different scene. So many easy deliveries gifted to the batters of the Avengers by the bowlers.
See again, what happened is when you drop the catches, obviously bowlers also get they also keep on trying to work out something like which sometimes does not work on. But still, it was a good game. We bowl. That's what I said. Like all the three departments were bad. It was not our day today, so nothing.
Last thought about I think some positives was Vikas Shetty, who played really well, attacking right from word go, timing the ball crisply. But in the end, you see harakiri from the batters at the non-strikers or the strikers. Calling was haywire, and I think three or four runouts at that point of time was needless.
Actually, till 11th over, it was our game. Like because we had hardly 60 balls and 80 runs, which was easily chaseable, having so much experienced batsmen down the order. But somehow, like it did not click. It did not happen. 2 3 rash shots, like so. It was a pressure bit. They took pressure and they could not convert the runs.
Hard luck to go you win the entire camp. Wishing you the best in the next game. Meanwhile, requesting the captain of Avengers, Amod Borkar, to come and have a word with us. Amod, congratulations for the victory, the first victory for you in MCL season 11, and very well played. I was looking at the entire scenario. 180, when I was discussing, I think 180 was a substantial total to be posted because the other team has to come and chase. I think job well done by the batters.
Yeah, job well done. It is good to get to winning ways, and I think the perfect way how we plan our innings with a good start, then me studying the innings and Vedant taking over, and the power hitters, doing the job, and that's exactly I think our innings panned out. So it was great batting.
And the conditions were the toughest for your bowlers. I think Siddhant Amonkar, compared to the last spell, this spell was much better. Didn't try to bowl too fast, just try to concentrate on the good areas. You started well, and then the spinners, you yourself into action. I think you tried not to turn the ball too sharply, tried on the length and variations of the pace. I think it was very effective, and the Gopal as well followed you in his spell.
Right. I think my only one ball turned a little too much. But there's a great bowling performance from what we have seen last year, and that's what we want. Right? We want to keep improving, and I'm pretty happy with. I think every one of us is happy with the bowling performance.
Yes, absolutely. Because with this due, defending even 180 won't be easy for in the season for any team. And practice. Any words of advice for any other players how to put on such a wicket when the div is so.
So, firstly, I mean, the Warriors have a great batting order, right? So they bat quite deep. The only thing to do is when you have a big score, just bowl wicket to wicket, nothing else, and let the pressure build up. That's what I think wickets did it for us.
Congratulations for the victory and congratulations to you once again for being the player of the match, the captain of Avengers, Samod Borkar with a thumping 38 runs and also important and crucial spell with 3 wickets has brought him the laurels here in this second game and the first victory for the Avengers game. So that's it from the presentation, Serena, from Harish Kakodkar. I'll see you tomorrow in the game at Floodlight, the night match. And